What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a huge Liverpool transfer news video, because the Daily Mail and other English and German newspapers are reporting that Thiago Alcantara told Bayern Munich that he is leaving at the end of the season, and also he told his teammates actually in the dressing room that he wants to go to Liverpool, he wants to try himself in the Premier League. So we will have a detailed report about all things Thiago to Liverpool in this transfer video. So if you are enjoying these transfer news videos, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest transfer news updates. And so Bayern Munich are selling Thiago because he only has 1 year left on his contract, and they want around 20-25 million pounds for his services, and Liverpool are still thinking about bidding for Thiago. They still haven't made an official bid yet, but now that Liverpool sold Lovren to Zenit for 11 million euros, and also we are in the process of selling the likes of Xherdan Shaqiri, Harry Wilson, Marco Grujic, Liverpool could generate up to 50 million pounds in the transfer market from player sales. And Bayern Munich chief executive Karl-Heinz Rummenigge has admitted that despite initial encouraging talks with Alcantara and sports director Hasan Salihamidzic over a new contract, Thiago has decided to move on. This is what he said. In fact, the talks Hasan had with Thiago has always been very productive. At some point it actually seemed that it was done, a new contract at Bayern Munich, but then Thiago informed Hasan that he would like to do something new, and we have to accept that. It's natural for a player who won 7 Bundesliga titles in a row and who is now 29 years old to want to challenge himself and to want to experience a new league, a new culture, and the Premier League could be the destination for Thiago. And also, the Bayern CEO said this: "We have a contract with Thiago that is still valid for 1 more year, and if he reaches an agreement with any club, then that club should pay a transfer fee of a certain amount. I do not want to make any public comment about the fee that we have in mind. As I have already said, we will not have a summer sale at Bayern. There will always have to be a certain amount that will make us sell a player. I'm not angry at all. I like Thiago. I think he's a great footballer and he has a good character too. And you shouldn't forget either that at 29 he's at an age where if he wants to do something new, he has to do it right now and not later in his career." And Raphael Honigstein, who is a very well respected German journalist, actually said that Thiago will leave Bayern Munich. It's just a case of whether Liverpool can come up with the funds to afford him. And also Thiago already told his teammates that he wants to go to Liverpool. And the Express newspaper is reporting that Bayern Munich could drop their asking price to as low as 20 to 25 million pounds in order to get a deal done and avoid losing Thiago for free next summer. And of course now I think Liverpool are in pole position because Thiago wants to move to Liverpool, so the aces are in Liverpool's hands. Bayern definitely want to sell Thiago. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge confirmed it. He will not let a player run down his contract and leave on a free transfer. And also Honigstein said that Thiago is such a key player in how Bayern Munich play. It will be very hard to replace him because Thiago is basically the player who dictated the play at Bayern Munich in the heart of midfield for years now in the Bundesliga, and it's very hard to find a player like Thiago with the same skill set, who has the experience, the know-how, and also the passing range that Thiago has. And I think Jurgen Klopp, for like 20-25 million, Thiago would be an absolute bargain. He is a world-class midfielder, and if you watched him extensively playing for Bayern Munich, you know exactly how good he can be. Of course, it's very difficult to identify an area where Liverpool need to improve because they just finished with 99 points as Premier League champions. Last season they got 98 points, and apart from 2 of every other season, Liverpool would have been champions 2 seasons in a row. So the prospect of Thiago Alcantara making the move to Merseyside has, of course, Liverpool fans, including myself, dreaming. The Spaniard is considered one of the finest midfielders of his generation, something he has proved over a number of years at both Barcelona and Bayern Munich. It's no wonder Pep Guardiola his first signing, he wanted Thiago to be his first at Bayern Munich, and he built the club and the midfield around him. Thiago is seemingly intent on taking on a new challenge, and he sees Anfield as his preferred destination. And even Honigstein said that Timo Werner, his first choice was Liverpool. Jadon Sancho and Thiago and other players would love to sign for Liverpool because of Jurgen Klopp. So it's very, very important for Liverpool to capitalize on this. And it's just such a shame that this pandemic and the football world is because of the pandemic and also because of the financial crisis, the football world is financially impacted, because this is actually the best time for Liverpool in like 30 years to strengthen their team with world-class players or players who are like on the cusp of becoming world-class. And it's a shame that Liverpool are in this financial situation, because honestly, we could sign anybody in world football right now. That's how big Jurgen Klopp is, and that's how attractive Liverpool are as a football club right now. So I think that signing Thiago won't be a problem. It's just a case of whether the owners will sanction the move or not. Liverpool's transfer budget is expected to be a little bit more modest than many of their rivals this summer. But some Liverpool fans say that signing Thiago is against the transfer policy of FSG. It would mark a change of direction from Liverpool. While Liverpool have spent big in the transfer market in recent years, setting new transfer records to sign Alisson, Naby Keita, Virgil van Dijk, they have largely targeted players who have yet to reach their peak and who of course have great resale value and who are in the mid-20s. Thiago is in his late 20s, approaching 30 years old, and I think that Jurgen Klopp can be afforded to sign a player of Thiago's caliber, because honestly he is absolutely an incredible player. Thiago is a Champions League winner with Barcelona, and he is a Bundesliga and La Liga title winner. He has already scaled the heights of the European game, if you like. What does he have left to prove? And Jurgen Klopp thrives when he has players whose fuses he can light. Will Thiago have the same fire that the majority of the current Liverpool squad has? I think so. I think that Thiago wants to conquer the Premier League just like he did in the Bundesliga and in La Liga. He wants to help Liverpool win title after title after title. He's a born winner. Every club he has been at, he has won titles and trophies, and I think he wants to do the same. Of course, Thiago is only 29, so his resale value will be minimal. But you are signing a world-class midfielder for potentially 3 to 4 years, who will improve Liverpool with his creativity, with his playmaking, world-class performances. A large part of Liverpool's success over the last 2 seasons has been their ability to get their best players on the pitch and keep them there. Thiago has had some injury problems, but I think Liverpool, if they target players with natural fitness, or their physiotherapy and medical department is among the best in the Premier League, this has been one of the secrets to their success, that Liverpool don't get many key players on long-term injuries. Salah, Mane and Firmino, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Alisson has been largely fully fit for like 80 or 90% of the whole campaign. It could be that the move for Thiago was in the blueprint for the summer window all along, but it doesn't seem that way. Liverpool have got to where they are through meticulous planning, shrewd scouting, and also decisive action in the transfer market, as well as good coaching, of course, world-class coaching, in fact, from Jurgen Klopp. Just because the opportunity to sign Thiago has presented itself doesn't mean that Liverpool should necessarily take it. But I think that Liverpool now are in such a great position. We have to capitalize on that. We have to make it count. Liverpool won't be top of the Premier League for next 10 years. Football has showed that it works in cycles, and Liverpool are on top right now in this cycle. But for how long will depend on what Liverpool do right now. And the best time to strengthen is when you are on top. The best time to strengthen the team and to dominate English football is when you are already at the top of English football. And to stay there is actually more difficult than getting there. And I'm sure that Man City will spend a crazy amount of money. Some journalists are claiming that some insiders told them that Man City are spending almost as much as £300 million, and that is going to be an absolutely ludicrous transfer window from Man City. But financial fair play is pretty much dead. So Liverpool, I'm not saying that we should spend a crazy amount of money, but we should bring in players. And I'm sure that we are going to bring in a young centre-back to replace Dejan Lovren. And I'm pretty convinced that we will bring in Thiago once Liverpool are back from their holidays, and we will start pre-season training. And by that time, the Thiago transfer might be official. I'm really excited about that, actually. Former Liverpool midfielder Ray Houghton, who won 2 league titles playing for Liverpool, this is what he said about Jurgen Klopp and his tenure. It's been a phenomenal 4.5 seasons under Jurgen. There were plenty of managers before him that I'm sure came with the ambition to win the title, but it didn't quite work out for them. But they weren't as bold as Jurgen Klopp. You look at one of the first team talks and first interviews that he gave to the press, and he turned around and said, I'm going to win the league in 4 years. I think he will win a title in 4 years, not necessarily meaning a league title. He just went a major trophy, and he actually delivered because he won the Champions League in 4 years. Everyone looked at Jurgen Klopp, Ray Houghton continued, and thought, you are a bit cocky, aren't you? You haven't won it for 26 years. But he was true to his word. He kept his promise. He believed in this team. He believed in the Liverpool fans. He knew what they wanted, and he delivered. Of course, you take losses along the way. They lost the League Cup. They lost the Europa League. They lost the Champions League to Real Madrid. But when you keep getting whacked, you need to get yourself up again and come back, and that's what Liverpool have done. They won the Champions League after losing the final, and then after coming second, they won the Premier League. It's been a phenomenal rise in the last 4.5 years, consistency wise, the will to win, and the players that he has assembled. Recruitment is one of the precious things to get right in football, and tell me a player that he has brought in who hasn't really done it. Naby Keita, if you are being really picky, everyone else who has come in has done a job, and they have worked as a unit. You have got Salah, you've got Mane, Firmino. They are the ones that are the game changers and match winners. But there is so much in midfield and defense that they do so well, and that's the reason why they have been so consistent. And Mohamed Salah came out and said he always planned on winning the Premier League and the Champions League with Liverpool. This is what he said. Always when people ask me what you prefer, winning the Premier League or winning the Champions League, I always say both. Thankfully, we have won both. That's great. Winning the league this season feels great. It's unbelievable. Since I came here, I said I wanted to win the Premier League with Liverpool. What I'm seeing from the fans and the people here is unbelievable. I'm really happy and enjoying it. First of all, it's great to win the Champions League because it's still the Champions League. Wow, what achievement. What an achievement for the team. Then losing the Premier League with 1 point is also, of course, kind of disappointing. But if you see how many points we got in the season and how we played, we are also proud of ourselves. But it's kind of disappointing of losing 1 Premier League title. But then we won the Champions League, and then we went on and won the Premier League title the next season, and that is absolutely brilliant. And winning the Champions League after going to the second final, that gave us more confidence. Imagine if we lost the Champions League final for the second time, the second year in a row, and lost the Premier League with 1 point difference. You are going to be disappointed, and footballers are still human beings with feelings, with emotions. So I think that really urged Liverpool to go on and do another special season after winning the Champions League last season. And after Man United managed to qualify for the Champions League next season, Matic actually came out with a pretty outrageous statement saying that they want to end Liverpool's domination in the Premier League and win the title. I think that's a little bit too optimistic. Matic is 32 years old, and this is what he said. Me personally, I would like to win the Premier League with Man United. I think that our club always needs to fight for the title. We always need to try to do the best for this club, which we are doing at the moment. And I think we cannot allow any club to win the league 7 or 10 games before the season finishes. So we have to fight until the end. Of course, we have a young team, but this cannot be an excuse. I think these young players already have a few seasons behind them playing. So from the next season, we have to fight for the title. I don't know if we are going to win it, but I'm sure that we can fight until the end. That's my personal target, and I think the rest of my teammates think the same. I don't think Man United are ready to fight for the title unless they sign huge players like Jadon Sancho and others. Then I can't see them challenging Liverpool and Man City for the title. Chelsea, I think, are a little bit closer, but their defense is still quite shaky. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.